Okay, out at the Arrowhead 135. I think I've been at this about 6.5 hours today. Conditions are very firm, which is great. But this morning, when we started out at 6 in the morning in the dark, it was like negative 18 degrees. And that was pretty epic, man. And it was really quiet, like nobody talked because everybody was suffering. And when I got out there, every time I tried to get something out and I use a bare hand, anyway, I think I got my hands like they got all swollen. And now the tips of my fingers still sting on my right hand. And the guys told me, the guys who know something about something, told me that's because I got like some minor frostbite on the ends of my fingers, which are like a burn, basically. You know, serious frostbite is when they like fall off. But I just had a little minor frostbite. So I got to be more careful tonight. Make sure I don't take that finger, that hand ain't coming out of the glove, that's for sure. I'm keeping that one in with the little minor burns. I'm gonna be a lefty tonight. Anyway, really fun in that weird way. I've been averaging about 20 minutes a mile, I think. So I'm about 6.5 hours in, 19 miles, having fun. Arrowhead way, near the back of the pack. Might be one guy behind me, maybe two, but that's my life. Here's what the trail looks about mile 20. Man, it's really nice. It looks like a part of Susitna in Alaska when I did that. I'm back at it again, and I had this goal of keeping my sled a lot lighter than when I went to Alaska, because the guy told me that you can what if yourself into a 40-pound sled. And take a look at my sled here. It's kind of really big. It's really flat, but I got a lot of stuff in it. And he was right. I kept saying, what if I don't have this? I could die. And what if I don't have that? I could die. So my sled again weighs 40 pounds. But I have better odds of not dying. Anyway, I'm really having fun out here. Weather's really cooperating right now at this moment. And I'll show you the sled one more time. It does get a little heavy, but that's like a state-of-the-art, really fancy sled that I bought from the guy up here. It's great. Okay, it's 10:30 at night. I think I've been going at this for 15.5 hours. I just hit the 35 mile checkpoint, and I was really having a hard time, man. I got in there, I was really bonked. I didn't have the right glove set up, and my hands were so cold that I couldn't get in my bag to get another pair out because they were so numb. And so I just gutted it out there, and then I had to put my hand, I couldn't get them to get hot. I had to put them under the hot water for like 10 to 15 minutes, you know. And that would be a faux pas. Not too good. Anyway, I'm better set up now, but it kind of kicked my butt from having to sit there so long. So now, that checkpoint, I was gonna spend 1 hour there, my first rest of the day. Instead, I had to spend 2.5 because I really got myself bonked because I couldn't eat or drink for, like I said, an hour plus. So anyway, but I feel really good now. So my strategy is I could have forced it, went out within an hour, and probably not finished. So it's going to be hard to make the 60-hour cutoff. If I make it, it's just going to be close. But heck, that's how I roll. All right. The guy who won Badwater, Marco, he left only like an hour before me. He said he don't like the cold. He's from Brazil. He's a stud, and he's not that far ahead of me. Okay. So I'm gonna try and go tonight. I'm gonna try and go almost Well, as long as I can go. If I can make it all the way through the night and go 12 hours the next checkpoint, I am. Otherwise, because I haven't slept yet, otherwise I'm gonna sleep when I start to really fall asleep. Can't wait too long, because you have to like, stomp the snow down and stuff where you're gonna sleep. And I can't do my normal thing where I'm totally falling asleep on my feet and try and get this thing set up, where I may end up sleeping outside the sleeping bag, which would be bad. Okay. Anyway, it's gonna be a fun night. I'm supposed to get to -8 tonight, but at least I'm warmer now and my hands feel good. Hey, an update. I'm into this mile, about 65 into this 31 hours. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. It was brutal, man. I slept for an hour because I was kind of behind because I had that big problems at, you know, before the checkpoint at 35, and I was in there too long, so I only slept for an hour, and then I went about 2 or 3 more hours and I started falling asleep on my feet. I was having big problems. I just kept, so I went down for another hour and 15 minutes, and anyway, and I'm like kind of behind, I think, by 2 or 3 hours, the cutoff. I had to boil water. I ran out of water. Couldn't make it to the next checkpoint, so I had to boil water, you know, snow and make water. Anyway, but I'm moving good right now, man. I've been nipping things in the bud, man, not letting things get too carried away. So I may be behind schedule, but I'm gonna keep going, man. Keep going. Oh yeah, one other interesting thing about last night, man. When I went to Alaska to the survival camp, it was like 0 degrees and 10 degrees, and you know, it was pretty easy to set your camp up and do everything. Last night it was like at, you know, -8 or more, and it's a way different experience, man. You're like, as soon as you stop, you start freezing, you're shaking, you're trying to get a dang zipper open on your sleeping bag. It's incredible, man. Anyway, it was kind of weird in that weird way. I was like, wow, if you couldn't get your zipper open, you'd have like problems, I think. Anyway, it was fun though.